In the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game, one of the core concepts revolves around deck building. Players can pick and choose between what they think are the best cards to optimize their strategy, and they can even upload their deck list to YouTube for feedback in order to improve their deck. But occasionally, YouTube comments can be a little bit interesting, so in most cases, people don't take every single comment into account when improving their deck. In this series, I'm going to be listening to every single comment over the course of 5 episodes, and the most popular comments will be added onto a voting poll where then commenters can vote and choose what cards are added or taken out of my deck that I build, while I have no creative control whatsoever. This is YouTube Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! You have made your voice heard, and I have applied the changes because this is not my Sylvan deck. It is our Sylvan deck. That being said, when we hop onto Yugioh Pro and see what happened, let's just say you guys got a little predictably creative. Anywho, before we go ahead and do that, as always, would you be so kind to like, and when you do comment, remember, your comments have the chance to be featured in the voting poll to manipulate the deck. But, as always, remember, if you are going to suggest a change, you must suggest how many cards are going in of a certain card, so X number of this card for X number of this card. If you do not include the card that you want to take out, I will not include your comment in the voting polls. And then also to be included in the voting polls, you actually have to have people like your comment. That basically tells me people want to see this change happen. Peer pressure popularity. You know what it is. Anyway. Let's take a look at the deck. I hate you guys so much. This is what we're dealing with. We have got 3 Hermitry. Luckily, they have managed to stay in the main deck. 3, everything is the same in the deck, except for now you will notice we have 2 Snowflower Sprites, the Rika Fairy, the Snowdrop, the Rika Fairy. 3 of this are in the main deck, and the 2 Miracle Fertilizer as well as the Mardell are out. And then you will also notice that the Pot of Avarice is out in exchange for Mushroom Man. These were the 2 most popular changes voted on the poll that I posted on the community tab. On to the extra deck, the change that we have made, the singular change. The Zeus has gone in, the Theseus has gone out. Have you noticed there's a problem? What you all did, not me. Don't put this on me. This is on you guys. Zeus is a good card, I'm not complaining. However, by taking out Theseus, you've essentially made Instant Fusion a dead card. Yeah. So, also, by removing Mardell, that basically makes Calamities a dead card. So we've got 1 dead card in the extra deck. We've got 2 dead cards. Well, I guess this... The Predaplant engine can still work because they are plants, so I'm not going to say that they're completely dead. I can still make like a Jasmine, or I can summon out Snowdrop, but if we're looking at it, yeah, I'm not gonna play. This is a good suggestion, as is this, but let's just get into the game and see how it goes.
Alright, so,
For match number 1, we are going up against the obligatory Earth Machine matchup. Seems like I'm facing this deck every single video I make, but it's okay because I like Infinitrack. Yeah, we're going second, and we're facing down an Anger Knuckle with a Fortress, so it's not too worrying. However, the back row is worrying, and Torrential does actually enable us to summon out our Sequoia, which we do get in a little bit of beatdown, clearing out his board a bit, but it doesn't matter because Anger Knuckle is still in the graveyard, which enables him to still pop off completely and bring out the new Plant rank 9, which will probably replace VFD. And yeah, with a single Sequoia on board, there's not much I can do. So after having my board cleared out, and nuked by Machina, Fortress, or Citadel, I just pass it up. But it's alright, because for game number 2 we move, and we're going up against Shaddoll Zephyra. Luckily, the opening for my opponent, Raging Raven, is just a set pass. It is promising. Unfortunately, I did not realize I was playing Shaddolls, and when I popped it with the Sylvan, yeah, it just gives him more advantage, and of course I get hit with a Nibiru when I start to plant combo off. Now my only hope is that my token is just too beefy to beat over, which for the moment is apparent because he doesn't have anything to beat over right away, but with that IP Masquerade on the field, he goes into the brand new Link, the Underworld Goddess. And yeah, I have got nothing. So, we scoop, and we move on to the next game. Armed Dragon Thunder, the new level 7 Armed Dragon retrains. This matchup proves tricky. We get met with an Ash, and then we have to deal with this gigantic beefy level 10, which can just automatically pop something. He pops my Xyz, which just leaves me with a Hermitry, which has absolutely nothing against him. And, yeah, you can see that Mushroom Man just eating up, wasting space in my hand. We lose. It's okay. Game number 4. We move. We're playing against Pure Odd Eyes, the purest of pure. Not the most intimidating board, however, I do know because of the Arc Pendulum scaled, anytime I destroy something, it'll replace itself with another Pendulum, and I know one of the Odd Eyes Pendulum monsters has the negate. I do believe it's this one, so I have to dance around that one negate that comes out of nowhere. But we are still able to maintain a decent enough board presence. We go through our Lone Fire Blossoms, bring out the Hermitry, just to grind our way for more advantage. Luckily, Rose Lover is one of the cards we're able to get in clutch. And, you know, we just swarm the field with a bunch of trees and plants and, you know, get a nice chunk of damage in. And because our life points are higher, Jasmine is able to protect our monsters and as well as herself. And now at this point, we can bait out the negate with a Ningirsu, and then we can use our Silver Sacred High Birdie Bird to bounce everything, and we go into an Avermax, who is able to help us beat over, and we go in for a win. First win of the series. And then for the final game, we are playing Armed Dragon Thunder again. This time, though, we've got a chance, because I'm going first, but I whiff on the combo here. I have my Princess Sprout at 7. I was meaning to bring out the Spore as a level 1, but I banished the wrong target, meaning I'm locked out of access to Borload Savage Dragon. The whole reason why I got my Aromatherapy into the graveyard to equip, so I screwed that up. But I was able to end on a Black Rose, but he had a Dragon Extender in hand, so my Black Rose and Nuke didn't do anything. I was really kicking myself because I was able to get out my Omni Negate and everything, but yeah, now I'm even denied the dignity of killing myself with Mushroom Man. So the deck is arguably worse, yet we did win a game. Anyway, I've already mentioned when we looked at the deck list, and you guys have now also seen performance-wise what it can do. As always, I have no control over what happens. And then also, misplays also kind of are annoying when you annoying, and like, I don't know, when I misplay sometimes it'll just throw me off, and then I just basically end up throwing the game. But I turn it over to you guys down below in the comment section. Let me hear the changes. What would you like to see in the deck? And remember, pay attention to the comment sections, because if you see someone suggesting a change that you really like, be sure to like their comment. That way, I will know to put it in the voting polls for next episode. But until then, have mercy and see you next time.